Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The tallest building in the United States, One World Trade Center. Looking glorious tonight as we come to you from New York. Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at New York, they're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And of course, there's the Cavaliers, a game and a half out.
And seeing where the Knicks are, this season has definitely qualified as a success for them. Their failures were well documented a year ago, and this year, the ups clearly outweigh the downs.
Well, there was no way you were going to limbo under the bar that was set for them coming into this season so low. Just about anything other than a last place finish would have been considered a success. It's just terrific that they've gotten themselves into playoff contention.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Early on, Brett, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Clarkson is out there with Garland. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, Randall and Portis patrol the middle. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Payton in at the point guard.
This will help to open up some space if Kevin Knox can stay consistent from that mid-range.
Garland with it. Shot from 12. Randall grabs the board. Now Payton to the left side wing. New York moving the ball around. Barrett the pass to Randall. 6 to shoot. Over Thompson. Portis trying to free himself. Randall no good. And a wide open look for Porter. And that one goes long. Now here's Barrett. He's covered by Clarkson. Barrett no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 25-point game against Washington.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Misses from close range.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Payton outside. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Now, here's Barrett. Last game we saw him score 13.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner. And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And now look at Jordan Clarkson, some numbers on him. How he did last season. Last season put up about 17 points per, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up and he's really delivered.
They could use a bucket. That one wide left. Knicks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Payton dishes to Randall. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. Kicks it to Love. It's stolen by Barrett. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance. Count it.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Kevin Knox was a bit of a mixed bag in his rookie season, and that's to be expected on a team that didn't have a tremendous amount of consistent talent on the floor. He struggled with his scoring and showed some flashes shooting the ball. It'll be interesting in year 2 where it is that Kevin Knox has made some improvements in the offseason.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And with Knox, Brent, the athleticism is clearly there.
Oh, he can get up and down with the best of them and can rise up and do some exciting things. But for Kevin Knox, it's about consistency. Can he get to some spots on the floor where every night he's capable of making plays, whether that's for him or doing something off the bounce? That's the next step for Kevin Knox.
And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Yeah, Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
And the first one drops.
You look at the youth movement here going on in Cleveland. They had a lottery pick to work with 2 seasons in a row, and now a college coach coming in with a bunch of young players. You wonder if some of their veteran guys might not be around the entire season as they look to continue to try to collect some assets to rebuild this franchise.
He's off on the second. And Brent, the Cavaliers have been lucky with high lottery picks.
They got really lucky with that #1 pick in LeBron James many moons ago, Kevin, but it's time for a rebuild here in Cleveland, and you wonder what the rookies that are coming in this season, along with John Beilein as a tremendous offensive coach in college at the University of Michigan, if this all doesn't help accelerate some of the learning curve for these young talented players.
And the first one at the line is good.
Tons and tons of playing time to be had in New York for Coach Fizdale. Second-round players, second-chance players. A lot of these guys are going to get their shot. Of course, R.J. Barrett, the guy they're going to lean on most to see what he's capable of doing and how quickly he can learn. But the Knicks have a ton of developing to do this year.
Randall kicks to Barrett. Shoots over Clarkson. Barrett, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Osman, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And last season, Brent, guys like Robinson, Dodson, and Moutier, they all got to see the floor for the Knicks.
Yeah, those moments helped, although all of those guys are not back with the Knicks this coming season. But that younger talent getting out on the NBA floor for actual NBA minutes could help them to play a pivotal role moving forward for those players.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. And here is Garland. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And so Payton will bring it up for New York. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game. So if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
Now, here's Garland. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Love outside. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Garland, no good. New York leading by 9. Here's Knox. Pass to Barrett. Here's the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, really the only thing close, though, about that game was the score. In just about every other aspect, they were totally outplayed.
Outside for Randall. His three-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Osman, the pass to Love. Clarkson with the ball. A 3-ball. Thompson in the posts. Working on Portis. Thompson passes to Osman. Randall brings the double team. Here's Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Knicks on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Knox. Off target from three-point range. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And there's another turnover by the Cavaliers.
And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. Coming off a terrific season. 19th in scoring. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season. A tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. Now, here's Barrett. 5 points in the game. Back to Payton. Launches a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Then for the Cavaliers, Henson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Sexton in for Clarkson.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points, trolling the offensive glass.
Smith with it. Garland picks him up. Out to the right wing. Bullock kicks to Gibson. Over Nance. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Oh, Nance in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
Now Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Osman following the score by Dennis Smith. Here's Osman. Offensive rebound. Nance. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Nance is so athletic and so springy and bouncy out there on the floor. He can draw a lot of contact like that.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Here's Smith. The shot comes out, and it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. This, their first look at this year's New York squad.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
Now Smith, after Darius Garland missing on that last 3-pointer. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
The Knicks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Smith.
You know, Kevin, can Dennis Smith Jr. not rely on just trying to be explosive all the time? Can he play with some poise and patience and get the in-between game going to help this offense do what it needs to do to function efficiently? That is the task at hand for Dennis Smith Jr. as he plays for the New York Knicks this season.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
Feeds it to Garland. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Free throw good. Garland. And Brent, you and I were just talking about this with Smith. He's learning to pass out of or turn to a floater more often on his drive.
Yeah, that's because he used to be able to, because of his athleticism and playing against lesser talent, burst by guys and have no obstruction. Well, in the NBA, it doesn't quite work that way. You've got to find ways to, once you get into the gaps, have decisions at the ready, whether that's to score or make plays for your teammates. That's where Dennis Smith Jr. has to improve.
It's blocked.
Larry Nance Jr. getting up and getting it out.
Here's Osman. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Osman's got 9.
This is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
And here's Smith. Morris outside. Back to Smith. Poked loose. Over Sexton. New York, no good that time either. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Garland. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there. For Cleveland, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, no secret that the Knicks were planning for a massive free agency and a free agent signing this past summer. They cleared a lot of cap space and were hopeful that their draft choice would be that #1 slot. It did not come to fruition.
And a lot of people, Brent, feel that without a doubt, the Knicks are still a destination for free agents.
Well, to vacation, it seems like, Kevin, because not a lot of the free agents are signing to play basketball in New York City. You know, they put a lot of faith in that idea that it's the #1 market and the best place to live, and you can make a lot of money off the court. But over the past 10 years, I have not seen much action out of New York City.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Smith. Last season's performance for him averaged about 13 points a game, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
Here's Smith. Larry Nance making his last shot. The pass to Bullock. Now here's Gibson. They need this. No good that time. Nance with some nice D.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Sexton. They really needed more from him in that loss to Washington. With 1 on the clock, we'll return shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Smith and Bullock at the 1 and the 2. Mitchell Robinson out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group New York will start the second with.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Knicks on defense. They trail by 3. Passes it to Nance. Clock at 6. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's Zizic. tries to keep it alive, but they'll get another chance. Robinson with the block. Morris against Porter. Morris dishes to Gibson. Back to Morris. Some nice passing by New York here. Right side Robinson. Down low. His first shot coming late. And yes, it's good.
And the powerful frame of Morris. Difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Garland with it. Zizic passes to Sexton. He kicks it to Garland. 4 on the clock. Here's Zizic. Robinson with the block. They retain possession. It's good. Sexton's got the lead up to 3 now for Cleveland.
Well, that's in rhythm and right on target, as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
Here's the teardrop. Knicks with the rebound.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Smith on the wing, defended by Sexton. No good from Gibson. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
And a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard. John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing. And after winning the Eastern Conference 4 straight seasons, that streak ended for the Cavs last year.
Well, the loss of that kind of star usually launches a rebuild, and so Cleveland doing it again, either through trade or free agency, trying to rebuild what this team is going to be about in the future. And now bringing in a college coach in John Beilein, you wonder if this young group can adopt that sort of collegiate mentality and bring that kind of enthusiasm to the floor.
Barrett, no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising, it's such a tight game.
Clarkson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about, like, why isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Payton passes to Randall. Over Love. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Randall.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said He's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
That's a tough finish. Even from that range, he has a hard time against that kind of defense inside.
Clarkson with the ball. Now Payton defending. Now Sexton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Bobby Portis. Now, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
And he makes the first. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton, wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving, doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Randall no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
The shot's good from Zizic.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Payton outside. Pass to Randall. Over Love. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Randall.
Well, fleshing out his offensive attack here, Randall comfortable from that range to knock one down.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic.
Well, Sexton has tremendous athleticism and a great motor. It's about now being a floor general in this new system.
Now here's Payton. Up top, Randall. Over Sexton. Randall can't get that one to fall. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Clarkson. They get it back. Thompson dishes to Love. Back to Thompson. The shot, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. To the paint, here's Randall. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
That free throw good from Randall. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
And Thompson kicks to Clarkson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Going to struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Love finds Clarkson. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Sexton the pass to Clarkson. Back to Sexton. Pass to Clarkson to end the run. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Now that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Payton looking around. The pass to Knox. Randall against Love. Fades. Misses off the left iron.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target. A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Cavaliers shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Kept alive. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Payton outside. Out to the right wing. Randall passes to Knox. 5 on the clock. Portis trying to free himself. Knox misses. Cavaliers leading. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. The three-pointer no good. New York shooting 44% from the field in the second. Payton gets the bucket. Payton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Sexton. 5 points in the game. To the middle. And Love with the basket on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got his 5th assist in this one. Payton dishes to Randall. Over Love. Randall no good. A tight game here in New York. Here's Sexton. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. A second chance effort.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, points per, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
And 5 straight triple-doubles last season for Elfrid Payton, showing his all-around impact.
Amazing with his size and athleticism at the point guard position that he has that kind of versatility. That's some lofty company. I mean, 5 straight triple-doubles. What an amazing run by EP.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another. He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Garland kicks to Love. Passes it to Garland. Lets it go with a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bullock passes to Randall. A 3 from Morris. Rebound Love. Love's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Now, here is Morris. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Smith on the wing. Reverses, and he sinks the layup. Smith's got 5.
He invites the contact and knows that his body, the way he's built physically, can take it. Smith Jr., nice job there.
Cleveland leading by 3. Garland the pass to Love. 1:21 left in the second quarter. Smith kicks to Morris. Shoots over Garland, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Smith.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
Here's Garland. Pass to Sexton. .54 seconds left to play in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats one up. Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Robinson. And he can't bank that one in. Garland dishes to Sexton. Good work defensively by Morris. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. The shot's good from Smith.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Pass to Love. Out to the wing. Shoots. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Knicks lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. You're getting it out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Doing a great job of just setting guys up and demonstrating just how important ball movement can be.
And here are the Cavaliers now. It's a 1-point game. Tipping off the second half. Here's John Beilein's 5. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Garland is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Barrett, no good. The Cavaliers shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. The wide open look here for Garland. And the three ball is good. Garland's got 7 points. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's Knox. Portis in the post. He's covered by Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And with the Knicks rebuilding their roster this summer, there is hope in the air.
Well, 2 big swings they were hopeful to take. One was at the draft and ending up getting the 2nd overall pick in R.J. Barrett. Certainly points the team in the right direction. The second one was in free agency. And unfortunately for the New York Knicks, again, a bit of a swing and a miss. So we'll see if through some youth and maybe some flexible contracts, the Knicks can find a way to finally construct something in Gotham.
And he can't hit the second. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Porter, and it's blocked.
No, sir. Randall up there says,
Payton passes to Barrett. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Randall. Love grabs the board. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Porter. Knicks with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Knox lays it up off the glass. Knox has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, Knox getting these kind of baskets really going to help the entire offense to get going.
Cavaliers trailing. And here is Garland. 7 points in the game. Thompson finds Clarkson. Back to Thompson. Up and in on the layup. Thompson's got 8 points. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Now here's Payton. He's covered closely. There's the pass to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Payton. Over Garland. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And finished off by Porter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Pass to Knox. Now here's Randall, guarded by Porter. Unloads. Porter's trying to free himself. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Randall.
Well, Randall is looking like tonight he's capable of taking on the whole offensive load.
Pass to Love. Clarkson on the wing. He's got 5. He can't hit that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. That one is off.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. That's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
And Cleveland making a change here. Zizic has checked in. Now here's Clarkson. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Barrett. Portis kicks to Barrett. New York, no good that time either. The Cavaliers leading by 3. It's up a 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Payton outside. Here's Barrett. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 5 assists tonight.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Garland the pass to Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Bobby Portis.
You got to be cautious when you guard Clarkson. He's got a good burst, and when he gets assertive like that, oftentimes will draw a foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. And he sinks the second.
You know, Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever's asked of him to earn minutes.
Now here's Payton. He's got 7. Left side, Gibson. Shoots over Clarkson. And again, it's New York.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Zizic. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And that one, good. Clarkson's got 11 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Payton passes to Gibson. Here's Barrett, guarded by Porter. Randall kicks to Payton. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Off the pass, Payton getting his feet set. A nice job there of turning around and cashing in.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Now, here's Clarkson. 11 points in the game. But they get it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now here's Gibson. To the inside. Here's Randall. Trying to get open is Gibson. Randall no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here is Porter. Second chance shot. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Right wing. For the lead, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
And have to admire how hard Barrett goes. This kind of assertiveness is what makes defenders feel uneasy.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard slash forward who wants to keep improving.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson's checked in for Randall. Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Cavaliers, Nance comes in for Ante Zizic. And it's Colin Sexton in for Clarkson.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
New York, no good that time either.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 16.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Thompson outside. Porter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Porter's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Gibson dishes to Barrett. New York needs to get off a shot. Unable to get that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
Well, last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside. And Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 2. He dishes it to Garland. High arcing shot. Out to Thompson. That one's good from the corner. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tristan Thompson not wasting any time having the ball in that situation to get 2.
And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you, last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Smith with it. He's got 7 and stolen by Sexton. Looking to get it going, and Sexton slams it in.
Well, Sexton getting ahead of steam. You could see he had his eyes on the rim and then the body to follow.
Now Smith. Inside. Robinson passes to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. From 13. And he overshot that one, missing. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. He gets that one. And it's a 4-point Cleveland lead.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Now here is Robinson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. A minute 50 left to play in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. How he did last season. He was around 7 points per, almost 2.5 blocks and 6 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. And a switch here also for Cleveland. John Henson's checked in for Thompson. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And he gets it to go.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Now here's Bullock. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Here is Porter. 5 points in the game. 1:05 left in the third quarter. And Nance kicks to Porter. Launches it. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 7. Bullock passes to Smith. He feeds it to Gibson. To end the drought. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I commend the physical play of Taj Gibson. He brings that every night. When he's shooting, he's skilled at drawing contact.
For New York, they have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. No good on that one.
So easy to respect Taj Gibson and the way he goes about his business. A strong leader on and off the floor.
Love check in for Sexton. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Nance, right side. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Nance has got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Smith outside. 27 seconds left in the third. Elbow shot. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And then slams it in.
Nice to see Larry Nance Jr. get his offensive game going. He doesn't dominate much on this end, but he's doing it now.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Free throw good, Smith.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists, and he sure is not looking to stop there.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Here is Love. And so it's Cleveland ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so Peyton will bring it up for the Knicks. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Robinson. Smith is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Morris in at the 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points, you got to love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Following the score by Cleveland. The 9-foot shot. From 10 feet out, the Cavaliers pull it in. Nance has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
And here's Love from the arc. Another shot. Nance dishes to Henson. Payton against Nance. Henson, and John Henson with the slam.
Well, Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Payton drives in. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Robinson.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Garland, covered by Payton. Love deciding where to go with it. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Good work defensively by Morris.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Garland kicks to Love. Now the pass to Garland. Back to Love. The shot. Another miss by Love. Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Smith against Henson. Smith inside, and he banks in the layup.
How about that for some confidence? Dennis Smith Jr. isn't afraid of trying his luck on the inside.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Porter passes to Henson. To the wing on the left. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Passes it to Morris. Henson against Robinson. Here's Smith. And Henson sends it back.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson still trying to bring the rest of his game up to that level. And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now, here's Garland. Love the pass to Porter. It's good. Porter's got 9 points here in the second half.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Portis, count that one.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
A different look for New York. Randall's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. And Barrett subbed in for Smith. Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Kevin Love. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on John Beilein's huddle with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Here's Clarkson. Takes it off the glass.
Well, Clarkson can get inside. He's athletic to do that, and then needs the touch in that area. Showed it off there.
Payton outside. Pass to Randall. Beyond the arc. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
Love to see a wing player mix it up just a little bit, and Kevin Knox, that hustle led to the hoop.
Tipped away. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here is Nance, following the score by New York. And here is Garland. Pass to Clarkson. 5 to shoot. Now here's Porter. D right on him. Here's Zizic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And there's the pass to Knox. The shot, no good. Nance with some nice D. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Cleveland. Porter, no luck. Knicks trail by 8. Out to Payton. And they double up Payton. Randall surveying the D to the left wing. Here's Knox. No good on that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Here's Clarkson. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit. Wants to show he's got the strength.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Passes to Zizic. Clarkson on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First free throw is good.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and it's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Yeah, Knox trying to improve in this portion of his offensive game, distribution.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The Knicks making the shot. Garland with the bucket.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Knicks trail by 5. Now here's Payton. Pass to Portis. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting here in the 4th quarter around 41%. Garland with it. Now Payton defending. Garland with it. Pass to Nance. Here's Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, if Thompson is going to get that deep, you almost have to wrap two hands around him and hope he doesn't score.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians, but as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
Now, here's Barrett. Here's Randall. It's tipped. They get it back. Portis kicks to Payton. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Knox. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Larry Nance.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Now, here's Clarkson. Thompson surveying the floor. There's the dish to Clarkson. Cuts off the pass. There at the pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Garland kicks to Clarkson. And the pass to Garland. Drains it from beyond the arc. Garland's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
Here's Knox. Good D by Thompson. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Here's Porter. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Knox has got 6 rebounds now in the game. There at the pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. And he lays it straight in. Clarkson's got 11 in the 2nd half.
This guy's a gamer.
Now here's Payton. Defense right on him. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Payton outside, over to the wing, jacks up a three. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Oh, Nance in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Larry Nance Jr. taking that opportunity and running with it. What a huge basket.
New York shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Payton attacking. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Wide open. Again, the Cavaliers score.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
7th pick in the 2014 NBA draft. The interesting thing about Randall is he falls into that category as a tweener. Maybe not a 3-man or a 4-man, but over the course of his career, he's decided to improve his outside shooting, become a threat driving to the basket, and now finding a home offensively in the NBA. You wonder how much further he can go if he could expand to the 3-point line. Julius Randle's going to be in this league for a long time.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we're in the bonus, and we'll have to go to the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And he is unable to get the second one.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Randall down low. Here's Dotson. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Dellavedova. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, big job tonight in winning the game. What do you learn about your team when you win a game like this?
We're just giving ourselves a chance to win. So, I mean, we're really just grinding it out as much as we possibly can, and we're getting better every day. So, we're happy we got this win. I got to give it all to my teammates and my coaches.
Great focus at the end, Kevin. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.